It'll be the bottom of the second coming up. No score. All right, everything's good. Minimize that. How's everybody doing? Hopefully quite well. Let me get my chat up. Little 9-minute delay never hurt anybody, I would say. Ads. Doing good, Daniel. How you doing? I don't care about all this. Let me guess. Skip that ad. A lot of weird ads to start off the stream. Ugh. You're doing bad? Why bad? Never want to hear that. I'm doing bad. What's up, TTV?
I'm looking for the 8-year-old.
Hey, the game's back on.
There, waving his hands. Go get him, young man. You got the right uniform.
Did it go up?
For you. Here's the Tigers batting order presented by your Southeast Michigan.
All right, it'll be Green, Baez, and Castro to lead it off. Green, Baez, Castro, Cabrera, Candelario, Castro, Scope, and Baду rounds it out.
Is as well. Jonathan Scope has a homer off Shane Bieber in his career, and Tucker Barnhart is 5 for 4 against Shane Bieber.
All right. Hopefully the audio is good. I'll just do a quick check.
The Tigers got to Bieber for 7 hits and 5 runs in 5 2/3 innings back on July 6th.
Not bad, not bad.
We'll pay attention to his fastball velocity as it sets up that slider, of which the
All right, that's fine. That'll work.
Just 193. Wow.
Oh, you're busted? What? Why'd he do that? That's a dick move. What's up, Amir?
Riley Green, 0-2.
Yeah,
Thank you, TTV. I appreciate the audio feedback.
The beginning of the year with Shane Bieber. I mean, he was,
Sorry if it echoed for a second there. That was just kind of a unintended consequence. Here's the 0-2 from Bieber.
Velocity has ticked back up over the last
1 and 2. That was a bit outside.
little mechanical adjustment.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. What's up, Eric? Best of luck. Best of luck. You guys are probably going to need it this series, I would say.
Yet, but he's starting to believe it in his mind that he can get an extra mile or two out.
Nah, Green strikes out, 1 away.
Strikeout starts the Tigers
Oh.
night. Here's the Guardians defense. 28
Oh, your boss is a chick? That's even worse.
this year, most in Major League Baseball. Ahmed Rosario, a +6 defensive run.
Did she know that that's a chick you like? How does she know that?
League shortstops, and Austin
It'd be kind of weird.
defense-oriented.
Now up is Baez with 1 away.
Mention the assist by the Cleveland outfielders. Miles Straw has 11 of them. No center fielder in all of baseball.
Damn, your boss owes you some pussy, dude.
He does. And here's Javier Baez.
Kind of an outside pitch. They'll call that strike 1.
Well, Dan was referring to it 92.
Not a very good call, I would have to say. You know, I'm gonna like move this and probably put this and then aim it sideways, so that way I can just have it and like
That fastball really was
rotate it like
89, 90 miles an hour
that and then
earlier in
down
the
and
year.
then
That's
across,
where it
so that way I can be like.
Is Shane Bieber okay?
Anyway, 2-1 now.
I find this interesting too. When they
Tyler, it's a bullpen day, so it looks like Tyler Alexander
hit to drive in a run.
and company are pitching today.
Look at he's thrown 3 fastballs, and everybody knows that that slider is the one that has
Another
a lot of trouble.
gift call. Looks like the umpire particularly calls that for right-handed batters, that outside and low pitch.
Getting Javier to think about
Something to keep your eye on for the day going forward.
curve or slider off the plate.
Baez fouls that away, keeps it 2-2.
Time for StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. So Dan was referring to on July 6th and the hits that Shane Bieber allowed.
Yeah, you can see that 4-seam fastball. He likes to throw that one elevated up in the zone. That's
Nobody
a little
knows but
bit
you.
more
Well, it's
like
not really
the
her fault
middle.
for embarrassing you then in
The
front of her.
slider is the yellow. You can see
But I get why
that
you'd be
up
pretty pissed. I mean, I get that.
over the plate.
And Baez called out on strikes, 2 away.
Javier Baez caught looking right there, looking for that slider, but a 93
Yeah, I've seen that Reyes is gone because I don't want any of my coworkers to tell her, but I think she likes me. Maybe, well, you never know. No, you know, maybe it wasn't that big of a situation.
Yes, and you see the movement.
Yeah, I seen that you guys got rid of Reyes. I think we were considering picking him up.
Javier Baez saw that as about 6 inches off the plate. He says, "Okay, that's a slider. That's going to break off the plate. I'm going to let it go."
Sure. I didn't watch the game. No, I've been hit and miss on which games I watch. So no, I didn't see that one. I might have. It's not fresh in my mind though. By the way, thank you for the 10 likes, everybody. Pretty cool.
Foul back. It's 1-1.
1-1 though for Harold Castro.
If the Tigers score 3 or more runs in this game, you can visit a participating Arby's location tomorrow and receive a free small order of curly fries.
No, that's crazy.
Off the line at third. Everybody else
1-1.
Against Harold Castro. Ground ball to Josh Naylor.
And that'll be the third out of the inning. A little grounder to the first baseman, back to the pitcher action, and that'll end the first. Top of the second coming up, it'll be Naylor, Miller, and Jimenez. Naylor, Miller, Jimenez. 3 guys that have absolutely smoked Tigers pitching all season, so we'll see how that plays. Top of the second coming up. Commercial break, though. Yeah, pretty standard first inning for the Tigers, I would say. So yeah, it's as you can see, there's a lot of excitement in this game. You can almost cut the tension with a knife. What's up, Daniel? You can feel the anticipation per pitch building. You know, a loss here for the Guardians really hurts them playoff-wise. That's a significant outcome. Tigers, it doesn't really mean anything to lose, but if the Tigers somehow pull off a victory, it really starts to muddy up things for the playoffs. So we got that going. I was gonna say, you guys are like pretty late tonight, right? 8:40. Yeah, it's a pretty late game. Are you doing that one? Oh yeah, I see your thing up there. Yeah, I'll probably tune in after the game gets going. As you know, just depends. Do you think Baez was worth all that money? Yeah, I mean, 23 million isn't that much for like a premier player, and like he had that terrible start to the season, sure. But if you go look at his numbers post like June 16th, he's like a 300 plus hitter. He's very solidly one of our best hitters since June, like mid-June. And I think it's one of those situations where he was exceptionally bad because of how bad everything around him was. I don't think he was quite ready to be like the man of the lineup. I don't really think he ever is. So, however, you know, maybe if a couple other guys were doing anything, he would have been a lot better. But, you know, I don't know. Damn, all the way down to 6 people. Sheesh. It's going good. It's going good, Daniel.
The way he would like to, and you know, when your arm's feeling good, you're going to have some success.
Back up to 8. I hate the fact that my stream counter just doesn't work, because then I have to like keep refreshing it until it starts working all at once. I can't not refresh it constantly. Nope. Now it's down to 5. No one's watching anymore. Oh, up to 8. It's just randomly throwing a number out there at this point. Oh, down to 7. Hopefully it's one of those. Yeah, maybe. All right, everything's at 7 right now. It's pretty good. It's a 0-2 count, though.
I remember why we missed Tyler Alexander so much.
1-2 count. Hey, maybe we'll finally be able to pitch to some guys on your team. That'd be pretty crazy. Also not impossible. Yeah, I don't know. I think we had in the wrong place in the lineup. Oh, that's cool. Just down to 6. Jeez. How many people are actually watching this game? Anyway, 11 likes though. If you haven't left a like, consider doing so. It helps get a few more people in here, as this stream is 100% already demonetized for no reason whatsoever. You still having that problem, Amir? Or is that just like me at this point? where it's an automatic yellow badge on any content you stream out. I wonder if it's a new policy. Oh God, no! There's no way it's never right. It's fucking busted as shit. Like on the stream last night I did it, the view count is still incorrect. It's supposed to be like, it was like at 150. Don't know really what number it's putting out. It's 85. Like, that's weird. But oh well. I don't know. I've literally, every stream I've done for the past month and a half has been, I've had to get appealed. It's like, well, I literally don't even say anything before the stream starts. I don't even know. Oh, now it's counting. It's working. There we go. There we go. Now it's counting correctly. All right. It takes a lot of pressure off me. Only took 11 minutes today. So that's cool. Yeah, no, I'm constantly. It's every stream. But it's weird. It's because, but like every thing I upload is correct rating content-wise. So I don't know. Count will remain 1 and 2 with 1 away. Very confusing. And I've asked YouTube about it, and all they said was, "Oh, it's algorithmically based." It's like bullshit. You put something on my account. That's literally all it is. It's like, well, I literally have tested and just not said anything for about a minute into a stream, and it's like, oh, yellow badged. What was I yellow badged for? Absolute silence. Well, 2 away as Miller grounds out. Well, that silence was awfully offensive, man. Okay, I apologize for that. Oh well, there's no money in live streams anyway, unless people like super chat and shit, or you get like an obscene amount of people watching. All right, 2 down, no. In the top of the second, Tigers looking for a 1-2-3 inning, which is pretty rare when they play against the Guardians. Yeah, I'm surprised here too. I did not expect the Padres to just. Well, I mean, they play the Dodgers, so that's kind of an unfair thing. It's like, well, I mean, they could be good. We just, playing the Dodgers, and I think they played the Cardinals too, who are white hot. They ran into like 2 of the hottest teams in all of baseball. It's like, oh no, okay, so you guys do that trade, but you got to play the Cardinals and the Dodgers. Well, that's not very fair. Yeah, but I mean, look at your lineup, you fucking pussies. Oh, they lost to the Giants. Oof. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, Amir? I don't know. I don't know what has me. I mean, they all get it turned over, and then they're back, and I make like $1.50 off them like usual anyway. So it's not like I'm losing anything. It's just obnoxious because now I have to be like, hey, can you guys make sure you leave a like so that way it gets pushed out and does a little bit better in terms of the video, or That's why I have to ask for likes and shit. I don't really like asking people. I feel like it's kind of weird, but you kind of have to when they're like dinging the channel, and now it's all interaction based and blah 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 blah. So if you could leave a like, if not, that's fine too. I appreciate you either way. If you can chat, then that's cool too. Anyway, bottom of the second coming up. Cabrera, Candelario, and what is it? The other Castro. Yeah. Cabrera, Candelario, and Willie Castro. Bottom of the second, no score. I don't know. Good start to the game, I guess, for both pitchers. They both pitched a good inning. 2 innings for Alexander. Yeah, you guys are typically on your Cardinal stuff where you're one of the hottest teams post All-Star break. It's pretty standard stuff here at the MLB level at this point. Yep, regular football we're almost actually at like the month. Well, I think we're actually at the month mark because Thursday, is the 8th for September, and that'll be the first game.
Today's Miller Lite report where we do have good news on the injury front.
All right, here we go.
Is expected to begin a rehab assignment tomorrow with AAA Toledo. The plan is for him to DH.
Wish this TV would hurry the hell up. Get off my screen, Johnny Kane. Anyway, here's Cabrera. Bottom of the second and strike 1.
with it. They're going to be persistent with it. It's been a long
Yeah, I'm a
road back
preseason
across
guy
the
though. I don't mind the preseason. I get to I can take a lot in from preseason.
Big league club. We're probably a week, maybe 10 days away from that happening, Shep.
All right,
Here's the 0-1, and that'll be the second, or well, first out of the inning. Sorry,
begin the home half of the second.
1 away. Candelario's up with 1 out in the bottom of the second. It'll be Candelario, then Willie Castro in the inning. Quick first out of the inning.
And now gets Jamer Candelario walking to the plate.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Candy has a 208 average, 10 home runs, 33 RBIs, good for a 6.25 OPS. That's pretty bad.
12th career start
All
against
across
the
the board,
Tigers
those are
for
pretty,
Shane Bieber.
like, those are good numbers if you don't play every day. Like, that's a good backup player's numbers, and that's not, what you want from your everyday third baseman. Ball down low. Here's the next pitch.
Swung on.
0-2.
1-1.
Or, well, 1-2. Or 1-1, sorry. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Bieber's been very tough on Jamer Candelario.
Anyway, 1-1.
12 strikeouts and 27 plate appearances.
I'm adding like an out and a strike and a fucking ball to everything right now. Anyway, 1-2 now though, as he fouls that pitch away.
Jamer looking inside and then throws
Home run
a
coming this
slider
at bat
or
though.
knuckle curve back foot to Jamer Candelario, and he just has a hard time staying off of it and swings right over the top.
Fouls that one away. That'll keep it at 1-2, so we'll see yet another 1-2 pitch. It'll be the third one of this at bat.
One that he bounces, and that's the thing that Shane Bieber gets ahead constantly, throws a lot of strikes.
As we've discussed before, this is the older brother of pop singer Justin Bieber. The pitcher is.
Position that Jamer could hit him. We'll see if he comes back.
I'll make that joke every time this guy streams, by the way. I don't give a fuck.
Granted time.
I think it's a funny joke, personally.
It looked like they were going outside with a fastball.
He's actually the best singer in the family, too, but unlike his little brother, who's a better baseball player than Justin, he went and did his own and indulged in his own selfish
Into the shift.
behaviors.
Jimenez throws out Candelario.
Instead of being a pro baseball player and making more money, he went and became a singer, which
Thought he was safe.
hurt the family.
Tigers challenge.
I'm pretty sure Candelario's out.
No, they won't.
I don't know what he was doing. He was out by like a step. Oh, that was a hell of a lot closer than I thought. But yeah, he's clearly out.
Same way that the Tigers
That was very, very close. If you'd have been called safe, you probably don't have enough evidence to overturn. Well, actually, I don't know. It was pretty clear in the glove at that point.
was just coming down, almost touching the bag with
Okay, that was a lot closer than it looked like to the naked eye. I thought he was out by a step at least, but he was literally out by like a fucking sliver of a heel almost.
Tigers to do so. So here's Willie Castro.
Uh-oh. Am I buffering or is it everybody's buffering?
On the year coming into the game today.
I don't think I'm buffering. I hope I'm not.
28
No, no, okay, it was my playback just being fucking shitty as fuck. Nothing really surprising there. It's always shitty as a fuck.
Especially the left-handed hitters are going to have to lay off.
It's kind of like what it's designed to do, is be a terrible
Down, I
device.
gotta let it go. Trust that it's going to be
Anyway.
a ball and it's going to break out of the zone.
1-1. Castro grounds it up the middle, base hit. Willie Castro continues his tour of owning the Astros. So now the Tigers put a hit up in the hit column. So now they're not hitless at this point. 1-1 for Jonathan Scope, and runner at first, 2 away. You're better than Jordan. You're speaking facts, my friend. You're not going to find a disagreement here on this stream. No one's allowed to disagree with you.
Hope to see you there against the Los Angeles Angels.
I'm a SJW about this, or if that's the right word.
I'm always so excited for that one. So
If you think Jordan is better than LeBron, that's just because you're racist.
yeah, yep. And Nolan Ryan sure was. Just grew up about.
I don't know how that might work, but it's
Do you remember Ryan as
a factual statement.
Astro, a Met, or what am I missing?
Yep, see? Even LeBron agrees.
What do you remember him as?
All of them.
Okay.
Ah, Scope just missed that. And that'll end the inning, so the little 2-out single goes for nothing. We'll head to the bottom of, or top of the third rather already. Jeez. Hedges, Straw, and Quan, 8, 9, and 1 due up here for the Guardians. 8, 9, and 1. Hedges, Straw, and Quan. Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. I've done like 3-4 games now. Yeah, I mean, you're the real 23. Even Amir knows that. See, Amir stopped fighting the good fight. He gave up when he was like, damn, dude, Jordan is better. Or James is better than Jordan. You just missed it, Max. Ramirez has officially admitted he came on air and talked about how he's no, it's because their last names are like the same. They're like phonetically almost the same names. Especially since I was apostropheing Jordan's. So like when you hear it and like it's oh, Amir finally admitted that Jordan or James is the. See, I always make that fucking. It's just. I'm gonna just call him LeBron and MJ. He said that old goat James is the goat finally. It took him a long time to come to terms with it and finally admit it. I'm just going with nicknames now. I'm not gonna use their fucking proper names. That's probably part of it. Cause I'm probably trying to say Jordan and old goat James, and in my head I'm like, no, you're saying LeBron first. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, Max. I'll give you back your mod because part of the reason I like to have certain people with mods is because I don't really want a fake one to show up and start sowing fucking problems.
Look at how bad the left-handed swings are off the left-handers, and he gets an outright.
Okay, that's the right guy. One sec. Let me throw you back in mod. And by the way, we're at 16 likes. I appreciate that. Hey, everybody. Very cool. That way, you know, in case fakes come in, it's a lot easier to deal with that. Hedges fouls the first pitch away. It's 0-1.
Not even throw this pitch. And what fascinated me by it was the pressure is on the index finger.
Throwing a splitter.
And I just couldn't feel that. I mean, most breaking pitches, all the pressure is on your middle finger to get the four seams. But Tyler.
Here's the 0-1. And up the middle. Kind of a easy play for Baez as long as he doesn't fuck up. And he doesn't. 1 away. Here's Straw, number 9 hitter.
Pressure on that index finger.
Amir.
I'm doing it right-handed, of course. But
Nah, I know you don't think LeBron's the GOAT. One day you will, though. I don't really know what he's got to do still. But, you know. Then you got to worry about the new GOAT, Kevin Durant. He's probably even better than Jordan, too. And then the GOAT after that, Stephen Curry. And then Cade Cunningham. There's all kinds of GOATs, Amir. They're all coming.
How difficult is that to throw, knowing you just told us about the pressure points on the two fingers?
Strike 1. Hey, what's up, Shlomo? Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, those are my top. That's my top 5. An elite top 5, I would say. I don't think it's much. There's not much better. I'd put Jordan at 6, probably. But then you got Devin Booker, so you know that's. Yeah, I heard Anderson hurt something in his hand, like tore a ligament in his hand or something like that. It is. And 2 away on a ground out by Straw. Back up to the top of the lineup with 2 away. Yeah, I heard though. And fucked his hand all up. That probably ends your guys' season, I would assume. I can't imagine salvaging it at this point. That's a pretty substantial injury. On top of already a pretty banged up season.
some kind of
What up, Nathan?
grip that'll make the ball move more. And
Amir finally admitting that LeBron's not the LeBron's the GOAT and Jordan is not the GOAT.
Skubal doesn't even throw it this way, but says, "Hey, why don't you try gripping?"
Tigers will win 6-4. Yeah, maybe 6 runs is a lot though.
It was night and day how big the
Left hand, middle finger torn, ligament out for a month and a half. Yeah, that's probably the season. You guys are gonna fall behind, like way behind without him.
Maybe just planting a seed and then suddenly
He'll be out till the middle of September, mid to late September, maybe October-ish. 1-1, Quan flips it into left field, but the Tigers were ready for it, and Badu has to make little effort and little adjustment to get it. That'll end the inning. For the Tigers, they'll also send their 8, 9, and 1 hitters to the plate. It'll be Barnhart 8, Badu 9, and Riley Green 1. Barnhart, Badu, Green, Barnhart, Badu, and Green. Oh shit, my internet crapped out. Ah. Anyway, Barnhart, Badu, and Green here in the inning. What up, Kenny? Sadly, yeah, I know all about that. Trust me. Ugh. Of course, I had to fucking close it down. Like, I have to close out the internet now that everything was working right. You're going to the game tomorrow night? Hell yeah. Yeah, Max, I don't know what happens to you guys when you play us here this year. You guys just seem to not do as well as you do, like, against everyone else. Aren't you guys good in your last 10 too? Like a 7-3 or a like something like that? What the fuck's going on, dude? This is so annoying. Yeah, it's crazy. People are just terrible hitters here. It is great. That's pretty cool though, Hayden. You have good seats and shit. Franmil Reyes. I mean, he is the best player in team history, low-key. If that comes back to bite you guys, that would be kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. Be like, damn it, not again. Yeah, he's a Cub now, yep. He's in Chi-Town. Oh, man, it's fucking busted again. Sorry, I've been dealing with something. My fucking the playback device just like went completely out. Yeah, Alexander's looking pretty good. Right down the line. Oh, those are great seats. Yep, Reyes is a Cub. All right, well, here we are. And we can't hit Shane Bieber, so, I mean, you know how it is. The feeling's mutual, I guess. Barnhart, Badu, and Green, though. Here's Barnhart. My nose is itchy.
Barnhart to lead things off in the third. Takes a first pick strike, and then it'll be Akil Badu, and then the top of the Tigers order and Riley Green. Foul back, quickly 0-2.
Anyway, blah. Oh, we'll see if that helps my brother. That has someone to... Hey, there you go. It's always good. At least now your brother has a reason to enjoy baseball and hope that his team will look better next year. You know, it's always a positive.
One away.
And strikeout begins the bottom half of the third. One away. Barnhart down on strikes.
Yeah, this is that one that's so tough on left-handed hitters is, again, Bieber's ahead 0-2. Gets Tucker Barnhart thinking about that fastball inside. So that starts out and it looks like, it's coming in inside again.
No, I've never heard of Everwood.
Very difficult to lay off of that.
I think where the safety netting ends. Oh, you'll have to be paying attention then at that game.
And he's already established inside on the first 2 pitches and very difficult to hold up on that pitch.
I figured it was gonna fucking as soon as it started working, I was gonna get an error and it was gonna stop working very aggressively. That figures as such. Yeah, Barnhart's awful. Terrible pickup. But then again, you know, normally you don't really expect much out of a catcher. If everyone else was hitting, him not hitting at all wouldn't be that big of a deal.
You talk about his velocity being down slightly, a couple miles an hour, but man,
well, that's cool. Well, that's cool, Ken.
Pinpoint accuracy.
1-2 for Badu. One away in the bottom of the third.
Shane Bieber, 6 or more innings plus.
Yeah, he's kind of all over the place. I agree on that. And Badu flies out to like deepish right center, 1 away or 2 away. Sorry. The pitchers prefer throwing to Barnhart, so again, that's why you can't really expect a lot of offensive production out of the catcher spot, because sometimes the shitty catcher is the one the pitchers all prefer to throw to. And when the team is as dependent on pitching as the Tigers are, especially like young pitching, you kind of have to go with who like they want to pitch. They want to pitch with. Yeah, I can get whatever link I want.
I like him a lot.
You just kind of got to like navigate it, you know, and click on the MLB sublink in it.
Talk to the media. He's great with kids.
Not like obviously, you can't like click on the baseball one and be like, well, I would like you to stay on baseball.
By the way, he's a damn good
Like, well, that's not how that works.
21. The numbers will get better as he
Jackie, who?
sticks around this game. The base hit to right.
Hey, look at that. Green gets a base hit on an 0-1 pitch. 2 on, or well, 1 on, 2 out. Got that mixed up.
It's a cutter from Shane Bieber. You can see just
Man, I
that
wish this
little
fucking
bit of
piece of shit
movement
would work,
driving
dude.
in on Riley Green's hands, but it's up slightly in the zone, and Riley Green's strong enough that he can get
Jackie
just
Bradley.
enough
Oh, he
of
got
that
traded to the Blue
ball
Jays. That's pretty
to ride it
crazy.
into right field.
That's who I thought you were talking
He
about.
wanted a little bit more inside, more on the hands of Riley Green, but he was able to pull him in and line it
I just
up.
wasn't sure. I was like, is that Bradley Jr.?
Green is the fact that he struck out against Shane Bieber to start the night.
But then I was like, well, it could be like Jean Baum Jones or some shit, I guess. So I should probably ask.
And Shane Bieber
But it would have probably been just a lot stronger to just assume on that one. It's looking like.
and gave him a different look that time. So you've constantly got to make the adjustments, which Riley Green did. One more thing on Riley Green.
Kenny, what does robust mean?
They were shooting the ball
Without looking it up, what does robust mean?
Scooping up, and before that they said, "Hey, get down
Yeah,
there,
that's the danger of designating people for assignment. They could get picked up off waivers. 1-1.
I'm getting old," and everybody just cracked up, and he had the big smile on his face. Like
I'm just curious if you know what that word means when you copy and pasted it
was quite the scene.
from whatever Twitter source you got it from.
Baez fouls it back.
What if that means something very bad?
On your day off, and he said, "My girlfriend and I went to the mall and spent a lot of money." I said, "Somerset in Troy?" He's like, "Yeah, that's the place." I said, "Oh boy, lose that."
Like, what if it's like one of the worst words you could say in the English language, and your life is just about over for saying that? No, just it's not. But like, you should be careful.
Baez struck out looking
Robust
at
just
the
means
fastball.
very large and plenty of. Kind of like that idea. Like she's very. It's like the person was robust, kind of just very big. Yeah, I figured a journalist said it. But I'm just, you didn't know what it meant, so technically.
Reaches out and fouls it away.
Anyway, 1-2 on Baez.
This is where I like to
Game is absolutely cruising. We're in the bottom of the third with no score yet. 1-2 count with the 2 away. Runner at first. Baez the hitter. Bieber the pitcher. Hedges the catcher. This is the battery. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be right down the middle, and he strikes out. Baez looked like he tried to call for time, but he wasn't able to get it. Dump was just like, my bad, I didn't see you call for it in time. Baez is arguing. He's pretty fucking upset about it. I don't really blame him. He did call for it. Bieber took forever to pitch. This is why we need, like, pitching counts.
Losing out on the argument. We are through 3.
Like that's the son of a bitch about that is that could have been like that whole play could have been paused up. Damn, no one's watching right now. Jason Hayward is going elsewhere at the end of the year. Well, that's cool, I guess. Rosario, Ramirez, and Gonzalez. Rosario, Ramirez, and Gonzalez. 2-3-4 for the Tribe, for the Guardians. Yeah, he tried calling timeout, and the ump just kind of went meh. And it's like, dude, fucking with how long Bieber was just pitching like that. Jesus. I don't know why the ump didn't give him the call either. I mean, Bieber was just standing there with the baseball, then pitched it eventually. It's like, well, that seems like well over 20 seconds. I can't wait for the pitch clock for idiots like Bieber to get fucking dinged on a pitch like that. Ugh. It's like, dude, just pitch. What are you trying to get exactly that? That's gotta feel cheap if you're someone like Bieber. But then again, I don't know. That's just about how he succeeds in life. Kind of slicker tactics and ugh. Okay, this thing is so fucking broken. Yeah, I have to do this, by the way, where I just keep looking at this and having to fucking refresh it, because if I don't, the chat doesn't fucking work, and half of the time it like has to constantly. Dude, hey, don't repeat yourself. I didn't read it, and I'm not going to, because it sounds like fucking nonsense. So please don't like repeat yourself. We all read your stupid ramblings. It's just no one gives a fuck. One more time and I'll just fucking eliminate you. It's not that difficult. Anyway, inning back on. That'll be a ground ball. Rosario fouls the pitch away.
Who's retired the last 7 batters in a row. Needed just 9 pitches to set him down 1-2-3 in the second.
0-1 here in the top half of the 4th inning. Top of the 4th, it's Rosario, Ramirez, and Gonzalez. 2-4. I guess I could have just said 2-3-4. That probably sounds a lot better. Anyway, 0-2 now. Good pitch by Alexander.
That's the first slider that he's thrown to a right-handed hitter, and you can see the miles per hour on it was 77.
Wish this thing would work, dude. It'd make my life so much easier, but it just never does. Just never updates to the correct number. And it'll try. It gets as close as it physically can, but it's like, I can't do the last bit. Did that hit him? No. Okay, it's a ball.
This might surprise some folks, but Ahmed Rosario is 4th in the American League in hits. And nobody in baseball.
Maybe it's changing finally. Just changed before I even clicked on it. Oh, went the wrong way. All right. Well, now that it's just starting to do its own random number generation at this point. That's cool.
Slams one to left. Badu will give chase and watch it bounce against the wall. Rosario digs for second, and he is in there with a stand-up double. It gets by. Castro's throw to third.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's out. Rosario gun trying to take it to a triple.
Help out your neighbor, and Harold Castro.
Oh, okay. I don't really care about you. See ya. Have fun on your mission. There we go. Good play. They take down Rosario.
Harold Castro has gotten at first base, but this is very unusual to make a play like this. But again, he could have just put his head down and watched the play, but he saw it come out of Akil Badu's hand and said, uh-oh, I better get over there. And then look at how quick he got rid of that ball. Just one little step back to get enough on his arm. And through the,
I'm about to just give up on this fucking piece of shit, dude.
Rosario. Look at that. Just a one quick little thing.
Come on, clicked on it.
And just one hops
Whoa.
over there, not trying to make the perfect
Whoa,
throw.
I clicked on it.
He
What
has
the fuck's this
just
thing
enough
doing? I
time.
clicked on it like a billion fucking
Heads up play
times.
by Harold Castro.
That is a big out at third base. Instead of the runner in scoring position with nobody out, the
Gonna ever
bases
work?
are clear and one away for Cleveland's best.
Like, what an actual piece of
Rosario,
shit.
I mean,
How many times do I have to fucking click on it for it to
He gets
work?
to second base and he sees that ball scoot away. He's thinking, hey, wait a minute, I got a free base. So again, Harold Castro being kind of a step ahead of the play by seeing it coming out.
2-0 count.
His hand and said, wait a minute, I better get over there. I've got nothing to do but go over there instead of standing around at first base.
This is pop foul. It's 2-1 to Jose Ramirez.
You can see again the four-seam
Oh, what the fuck
fastball
ever.
being
It's
the
just going to
most
stay at that
thrown
number.
pitch. And a cutter,
Even though
that's
now
what
no
he
one
lives
says
with,
anything
but
in the
that
chat.
slider is starting
dope.
to climb a little bit, you know, as he starts to throw it.
Glad we're just
right-handers.
wasting my time. Fucking retarded piece of shit load. Load what I just fucking told you to do.
Popped up behind second for Jonathan Scope.
That'll be the second out of the inning, and it is. You never want to be too sure when you're watching the Tigers. You never can be. Oh, okay. I guess it's just not, it's just not working at all on that one. That's cool. He's really doing its own thing on that one. That's fucking awesome. Isn't it weird that sometimes tech just does like its own thing? It's just like, nah, I'm gonna just do this and just not work, even though I have limited input ability. Like, oh, okay. I mean, if you got to do something else, I mean, who am I to rush you along? You fucking hunk of fucking trash.
Fastball at 91 from Tyler Alexander, but positioned perfectly.
Anyway, 2 away, 0-1 count for Gonzalez. 1-1.
Spent so much time talking about Shane Bieber and his strike percentage and first pitch strikes. Tyler Alexander's done a great job with first pitch strikes so far throughout this game.
1-2 foul ball.
Actually, as a starter.
Hello? Anybody there? Or no, we're just all quiet now. Got it. Good chat. It was a fun chat. Good chat. Yeah, I agree. Good point. Good point.
The 1-2 cue foul.
This is what the Guardians do so well, right?
Would you guys get silenced by a troll? That's pretty sad.
It's a good spot by Tyler Alexander, but here's a young hitter in Oscar Gonzalez that's able to get a piece of it and live to see another pitch. That's what they
GG
do.
chat, beat by troll. L chat.
And wait to see if you'll make a mistake.
My chat is the 2022 Detroit Tigers right now. Fucking, that's how you guys are performing. It's miserable. It's like, ew.
Interesting way to retire them in order, wasn't it? Harold Castro. How many times have we
Took
seen
out by a common troll and
really
shit, and
nice
fucking
defensive
5
play
pitcher in the
in the next
fucking
inning?
rotation.
Such is the case for Harold
Some call up
Castro
from
as
fucking
we head to the fourth.
high A. Castro, Cabrera, and Candelario. Castro, Cabrera, Candelario, 3 through 5, 3, 4, 5, however you want to say it. Hey. Yeah, this is very exciting. Yes. Great points. Great points, everyone. I totally agree. It's already the bottom of the 4th, though. That's pretty crazy. Usually baseball games don't go that quickly. Yeah, I mean, you guys have been a good team outside of playing the Tigers. Again, if you had your normal luck, you guys would be up in the 60 wins already against us. Oh, did baseball tryouts go well, Brayden? Hopefully they did. Hopefully you made the team and shit. But you're good, man. No, don't say sorry. Just tune in when you can. They went good? That's good. That's very good. I'll just leave it at that number. That looks nice. Castro, Cabrera, and Candelario. Castro, Cabrera, and Candelario here in the bottom of the 4th. Still a commercial break, waiting for the game to pop back on. So, oh, the number keeps going down again. That sucks. Yeah, we're just what, like a like away from 20 though. Oh, we're at 20 likes. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. If we're actually at the number 20, we could be beneath it by 1. I'll check here in a second.
tonight.
Since it
Officials
just
domestic
doesn't seem to
beer
want to work
from the
anyway, I have to
Detroit
keep going
Tigers.
back in and out and in and out.
Between Tyler
Oh, we're at
Adams
21. I
and
appreciate that, guys. Very, very kind. That helps the stream out quite a bit.
on the bump for the bottom of the fourth to take on Harold Castro, Miguel Cabrera, and Jamer Candelario. What a play.
Anyway, here we go. 4th inning underway, and it's ball 1.
Backing up an errant throw from Akil Badu at second base and gunning down Ahmed Rosario at third, trying to stretch a double into a triple.
Here's the pitch 2, and fouled away. 1-1.
Full of zeros.
Yeah, this game is eerily like the game on Sunday, where there's nothing but zeros.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice for the Tigers to put a little pressure.
What position do you play? No shit.
Ground ball up the middle.
And Castro gets out as long as there's no error, and there isn't. 1 away. Bottom of the 4th, no score, and Cabrera's up with 1 out.
Celebrate Michigan State night at Comerica Park tomorrow when the Tigers host the Guardians.
I thought the Yankees would win the World Series, but now you think it's going to be the Padres. I don't know about the Padres. It's looking like the Dodgers right now to me. Dodgers seem unstoppable. First base, that's cool. Nice left-handed usual position.
I'll get one for my daughter who heads to Michigan State in the fall.
Yeah,
How's that?
Rachel's going to be there. That's awesome.
Will that work?
I thought it was tonight, so I'm glad I didn't miss it. So I'll be ready tomorrow. That's for
Come
sure.
on, get that on your promotional calendar. What are you thinking?
And my daughter-in-law played field hockey there also.
Oh, did
That's
she really?
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
where they met.
Oh, okay, it is
She's
still
from
out. I was
Houston,
like, huh,
Texas.
that's weird. Is my stream like auto-stopping me in certain situations?
Swung on and missed 1-1.
That's
the
where-
fuck
that's
is this
where,
thing doing,
she's
dude?
been, childhood growing up with Cody Clemens.
My youngest son, his girlfriend, played lacrosse at MSU, so she would want one as well. So we need
Well,
four
hopefully
hats
it's
at the booth.
the right
That's
number
awesome.
now.
Tigers, thank you very much.
1 and 2 on Cabrera as he fouls that pitch away, it looked like, or just swung and missed at it. I kind of missed it.
For all the schools.
But it's 1 and 2, 1 away, bottom 4, nobody on.
Sections
No score in this
all of
game.
Your alma mater, Central Michigan, well represented.
You get all those
It's pretty quick. It's a lot of innings to play inside of an hour.
great pride. You get
Could be 4 depending on how quickly they can get the Guardians get through this inning.
And Sparty will be here, I'll bet, tomorrow, too.
That would be my guess, yeah.
Another foul ball here.
Now, who's going to
Keeps the count at 1 and 2.
Well, Sparty doesn't talk.
No,
know
but
that.
I mean, it's Tom Izzo, it's Mel Tucker. I mean,
That's a good question.
yeah.
Mel Tucker's probably worried about football practice instead of coming into the booth with you and I.
Damn.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's in the dirt. Hey, we'll take any.
2 and 2 count.
Well, hey, wait, Jake Boss.
Like Jake Boss.
Base-
He's a good man.
baseball coach.
The fuck, dude? Is my like stream all laggy or something? Just a like genuine question. Is my stream all like laggy and shit?
Cabrera. Low and
I know no one's gonna answer that question. 'Cause no one ever answers questions on this channel for some reason. But if somebody can, you copy his hitting style. Okay. It is not okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's just my playback then.
brings him up.
Ooh, that's a bad call.
5 punch outs. for
Yeah, lefty's usually a good spot for, or first base is usually a good spot for left-handed fielders.
Boy, what a perfect pitch. 3 and
2 down now in the inning. Now up is Candelario.
Just catches that outside.
Kind of a call, but he's been pretty consistent on that specific spot all night with right-handed hitters. He's been calling it low and away all night. So I don't know. It's Miggy should probably know to swing there.
The horizontal movement that Shane Bieber gets with that. Usually that's got a little bit.
Bieber is getting a gift pitch all night though.
He's getting good tailing come
But to be fair, I think the Tigers would be getting the same beneficiary. I think this guy just calls that for right-handed hitters. It's like, oh well, that's a tough one to deal with. Just like, damn, dude, it really sucks that guy is one of the fucking dudes who calls that shitty ass spot for some reason.
You can see that the knuckle curve and slider are always right around the same percentage. And they look very similar, but they're just a couple of miles separation in the speed.
Here's the 0-2. Or, well, 1 and 2 now. Or 1 and 1, rather.
A lot of that pitch, the changeup, but he
Oh, Jesus Christ. This feels just like it's going way too slow. Of course, now that I'm like in the middle of trying to watch this like actively, it's going to be like
Lasting
really
all year
fucking
long when it
shitty.
comes to scoring runs. 354 on the season. They don't least amount of homers.
Anyway, it's 1-2 now. Here on Candelario. Hopefully the audio's still good. Should be just fine. The way it looks like it's still just fine. Maybe the game's a little quieter. Oh, they're gonna say you win. What's up, Ariel? And Candelario strikes out. It'll be Naylor, Miller, and Jimenez. Naylor, Miller, and Jimenez. 5, 6, and 7. 5, 6, 7. Naylor, Miller, and Jimenez. Top 5 coming on up. No score. Ugh. I just want this godforsaken app to work. Yeah, but I don't know. See what I mean though, Braden? No one bothered answering that question I asked for help on. Everyone was just like, well, we're all just gonna sit here quietly. That wasn't a question of assistance. That's wild, isn't it, Braden? Nearly 20 people here and not one person other than you was bothered to answer that question. They went, pfft. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's like I didn't even ask the question. It's fucking wild. I don't know what everyone's fucking deal is about that one, but you can all go fuck yourselves on for all I give a fuck. And fuck me for giving a shit about the way your quality works. It's kind of what it feels like when you just kind of all sit there and stonewall it. You're all just kind of like, I don't need to answer that. It's like, well, okay, I hope your fucking viewing quality sucks. Hope it fucking buffers for you every 5 seconds. You're like, I don't know what's going on. Why won't he fix it? Naylor, Miller, and Jimenez. They suck. What the fuck else do you want? Some kind of like nuance. They suck because they can't hit or pitch or play good baseball.
Here's Josh Naylor leading off, inning number 5 with a high fly ball to center field. And Riley Green.
Oh, well, they can't stay healthy more so than not pitch, I guess. That's more of why they can't pitch, because they can't stay healthy. Guess I should be pretty specific on that one. That's it, though. That's it. They suck in injuries. That's all. What's up, Dragons? Yeah, Tim Anderson's out probably for the rest of the season. If you make the playoffs, I would imagine he'd be back, but, you know, that also requires, you know, making the playoffs first. Man, I wish this fucking thing worked. It'd be so fucking cool, dude.
I'm glad we did walk the park, and you guys will be able to see that in Guardians Live over the next few nights on Thursday afternoon.
Well, look, if you can run
0-1 now with 1 away, though.
play, and over the years we've seen Curtis Granderson, Austin Jackson.
Miller, the hitter.
We've seen some good ones.
He'll probably get a base hit because all his hits this season come against Detroit.
Obviously, Miles Straw right now as good as they get.
Yeah, that's pretty old, Nick. And that'll drop in for a base hit. Yeah, that's pretty expected.
And Owen Miller has just the 3rd hit of the day for Cleveland. Little one-out base runner now here in the 5th inning. What's the most important if you're a center
Prime
fielder
Westbrook?
defensively?
Is there ever a Prime Westbrook?
To you, the most important
Is that a thing?
area of the field that you have to defend at all costs.
I thought he was always just kind of at whatever ability he's at, like right now. Like this is where he plays at. Like this is how good he is. Why does it fucking say pause? What the fuck? That's weird. Makes it be paused. Yeah, I've been only dealing with audio technical issues for like an hour plus though. It's fucking cool.
What he was doing with his young outfielders, and I thought it was big that he kind of feels like he can trust Quan.
About to just give up on this one right here. This fucking issue.
Yes, yes.
And I agree. He says,
Alright, yeah, I'm just done with it.
they have to learn it on their own. But, I mean, he gives them all the information that they need.
Anyway, 1-0, runner at first.
They play off each other, which
1-1 now, and a ball right down the middle.
the communication of
The batter is Jimenez.
this year by the Guardians has gotten so much
I mean, we was very lazy at the trade deadline, only picking up a left-handed pitcher. It's just the front office pissing me off. Yeah, I mean, your season's pretty well shot due to injury, though. So I can kind of understand why the front office just went, I don't know if it's worth it. And that'll be the base hit. Okay, I guess I didn't close anything on that, I guess. And that'll probably be runner over to third. What else we got?
I like the hustle there because you know what? If you have a
Okay, just runner at third. Runners at first and third, one away in the top of the fifth. Here comes a bunch of runs probably. I've seen this movie with the Tigers. Here comes like 85, 90 runs, like consecutively, without really any effort. So maybe he is. I don't know. The Padres can't win anymore, so not really. It doesn't seem like he's doing good. It would seem like the opposite is true. Like he's not doing so good. What's up, Scraps? Who's batting now? I don't know this. I don't know the players on this team too well, or what the lineup is. Was it Hedges?
He should have just cut the ball, is what he should have, and he did. You know, he let it go through, but he wasn't lined up properly, I don't think.
Yeah, the Tigers have been pretty bad lately, so I kind of understand why people have been tuned in and out and out and in, or in and out, and yeah, I mean, I totally get that. Yeah, a lot of people have tuned out, I would say. Runners at the corners, 108, top 5, ball 1.
His last 14 games, Hedges has 10 hits and 7 walks.
All right, here's the relay coming in. There's Baez right there. See, he's looking at the runner.
Let's see if they can get some runs, or well, some outs anyway.
Right. And let it go. Although the runner didn't go.
Wrong part of the game. Oh,
Fly ball, deep left field. Back is Badu over.
that'll be one.
Line makes the catch. Tagging. Coming home is Miller.
Runner scores without a throw, and it's 1-0 Guardians after 5. 2 down now, though, so they have a runner at first left and 2 out, so they can get out of this with minimal damage. Hey, there we go. It's finally working. Hooray! Thank you to those who've left a like, by the way. I appreciate you. We're up over the like goal of 20, so I appreciate that. Let's see if we can get into the 30s. Let's see if we can get a little crazy with it, right? But anyway, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, Scraps, now it's NFL time. Now we have you guys, if you're a Detroit fan, I'm guessing you have the Lions to look forward to. Unless you root for someone else, of course. So I just, you can kind of just assume with a lot of Detroit sports. But I guess it's not the best idea because I root for the Tigers and I have no use for the Lions. I mean, they're the second team I like, but, just a kind of a general thing, I don't really fuck with them. Lions there? Yeah. I didn't even know the Lions were a team before the Patriots, so that's kind of more pitch throwovers. Yeah. Didn't watch football full time till after the Super Bowl, and the Patriots had just beat the Panthers, and I was like, I'm gonna pick the team with all the fucking circumstance around them. Most 9 or 10-year-olds typically, and then the year afterward, I started watching football full time. Searched out high and low to watch Patriots games. Just didn't watch the other ones because I was like, well, that's not the team I like. And then the year after that, I started watching the Lions because I was like, well, I guess I could watch the local team. I guess I didn't even know we had a football team. And I was like, oh, they're awful. Because I think that was the year they lost all their games, or like the next year they did. I was like, phew. Well, this team stinks. And then I watched him a lot.
You can see when you're hitting up there, the jump that he gets. You can feel it.
I don't think the Tigers are going to be getting Aaron Judge. And that'll be a pretty easy stolen base there. Oh, it was a foul ball. Runner has to go back to first. I was like, what was going on? I thought that was a foul ball. Was there 2 plays in that? Did I miss something? Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, though. So I don't know. Wow, we got a guy who strikes out a lot. I'm good. Plays bad defense. Wow, that's most of our outfield. I don't know, man. I don't think we need him.
What's this last bounce it takes right now? On this
And again, at his price per what he's worth, it's not like worth getting him. It's like, yeah, let's get a guy who's like consistently been a bad hitter until his contract year, and now he's having a career season. It's like, yeah, I would never take a guy like that. Probably. I feel like they're gonna wind up losing the pressure, and I feel like that's just like he's 31 years old already and shit, or he's gonna be 31 and shit next year, or he's gonna already be 32. It's something like that. He's a lot older, and like, I don't know. I wouldn't take the risk. Hey, they hold it to a run. Good job, Detroit. Way to stem the bleeding and keep it to just 1. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Guardians lead. 1-0 Guardians lead after the top 5. No, I would say the Tigers are big spenders. It's just Judge isn't really worth it. Tigers were ready to pay Correa over $30 million a year in the offseason, but he wanted a little bit more money and I think a few less years or something like that. And the Tigers went, no. Like, if he was going to sign that big of a long of a contract, he wanted more money, and the Tigers, when it's already like at $300+ million, the fuck does this guy want? The Tigers were right to say no to Correa, by the way. Now it's lagging. Has it been lagging? Is that why like people keep leaving and no one's like saying anything, or is that just your own playback that's having lag issues? Because I haven't dropped a single frame. But then again, you know, on my playback I keep it pretty low. I watch in like 140p because I'm not watching for like a playback. I just want the chat to play back. You can say if it is. I won't get mad. I need to know. Like, I need to know so I can drop some shit on it. Might just be you. Well, just leave the chat real quick and I'll refresh, see if it works. You got no lag at all. Okay, fair enough. It might again. It might just be an individual thing. Like Correa plays great defense, and that would have been cool. But again, it's like, I mean, hitting wise, since June, they've been basically kind of the same. Correa's got more pop, but that might just be playing outside of Comerica Park. Really hope that they decide to bring in those goddamn walls a little bit this offseason. That'd be like the best thing for this Tigers team.
Happen at home and by Union Home Mortgage. Promises kept.
Man, you guys got shitty computers. I'm just kidding. Here, that should fix it for everybody who's having some issues. Anyway, 0-2 now on Willie Castro, who's leading off this inning. Willie Castro, then Scope, and Barnhart.
by the starters. They've done a nice job of putting zeros on the board.
0-2 on Scope. Or Castro. 1-2 on Castro. I think that is the plan. Like, I'm pretty sure I know that's the plan. I think they realized the goddamn thing's too big. Like, they went, yeah, no one likes this at all, do they? Yeah, no one does. You saw a movie, The Rise of Gru? Oh, that's pretty cool. Did you wear a suit to it and everything, like you're supposed to? No, why not? It's like the thing you're supposed to do. Yeah, I'm from Michigan. Yep. Could be an out, and that was almost a really ugly play in center field, but poor communication wins the day, and no one gets hurt. It's always a banger of a outcome. Jimenez is like, whoo, I should have got the fuck out of the way. Yeah, infielders, you should get the fuck out of the way when an outfielder calls for the ball. Hopefully he's all right, though. He is. Okay, everyone's all right. Menace was just like, who? His whole life flashed before his eyes. Here's the 2 outs for Barnhart. And Barnhart immediately grounds into the shift, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Top of the 6th coming up already. Top 6 coming up, it'll be Quan, Rosario, and Ramirez. Quan, Rosario, Ramirez. Top of the lineup for the Guardians here in the top of the 6th. 1, 2, and 3. Quan, Rosario, Ramirez. Guardians lead 1-0. Bottom 5 or top 6 coming up. You don't worry your Finnu stuff. It was me, my 2 friends, and 4 other people. Well, that's cool. At least you had a good time. Got to wear your Finlandia stuff. Yeah, I know. Bieber does not look like... he looks a lot better than the last time we beat the shit out of him. Do they have him playing primarily second base down there? I've been trying to figure it out what they have him doing. I've seen him play third, and I've seen him play a lot of second, so I'm not really sure what they want to do with either position in the future. Like, it would make more sense if he was... because I know they have Pacheco who plays third, I think, right? Or Pacheco? I don't know. I just know that Kreidler and Kerry Carpenter both got to be put onto the 40-man roster prior to the Rule 5 draft stuff. Or else they can both be put on Rule 5 draft. Like stuff. So we got to get Kreidler and we got to get Carpenter. I'm guessing they're like the September people we call up if there's still September call-ups. I don't know if that's a thing still, but like I'm fairly certain Carpenter is going to get a call-up here in the next couple weeks. And I would imagine that they're going to call up Kreidler because I think they need to. Yeah, I would imagine Carpenter is going to get a look pretty quick. Because, like, as long as he's put onto the 40-man roster, he doesn't get put into that goddamn Rule 5 draft. And I don't want to lose any young bats that we have. Like, at this point, it's like, I get it. You like Daz Cameron, but he's not really it. He's really fast and plays good defense, but, like, we don't need a center fielder. I mean, it's like, what good is all that speed in right field? I mean, I'd really like a bat somewhere. We don't need more good fielding outfielders. We got 3 or 4 or 5 of them. All right, for sure, Braden. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Second base for the most part. That makes sense because with Pacheco, it's that makes sense. Yeah, they have to by the time the Rule 5 draft comes. That's what it is. I would imagine Kreidler will immediately be moved over, but I don't know about Carpenter if he doesn't make it this year. And I get it. The Tigers do not want to rush Kerry Carpenter at all. Like, there is zero desire to rush that guy. For whatever... This is how it should have been with Torque, by the way. If we would have had the luxury of being able to just not rush Torque through the minors, it'd have been so nice to just have him go. And, well, at some point, he might debut this year. I don't know. What's the point of wasting him on this season? Here's the 1-0 to Quan. Is this where it gets ugly? Oh, yeah. They left Tyler in for 1 inning too long, huh? Quan almost just hit a homer off of him. Shorts playing center field. Eesh. Was Carpenter usually the center fielder? If that's the case, then maybe he got called up finally. Damn. All right, it's time to pull Alexander. Fucking Quan almost just took him deep. He's in left. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna leave it there. All right. That's an interesting call. Anyway, runner at second, top of the 6th. Alexander, the pitcher, still. Rosario's now the hitter. Here's the pitch. I guess that's only a strike for Tigers hitters. It's been a strike all night long, but suddenly it's not for the Guardians. So the fix is in. The game is being called for Cleveland. Cleveland referees. That first pitch has literally been a strike all night long until right now.
off Saturday, comes right back Sunday, gets 2 hits.
Like, oh, that's cool. We just get bad umping too tonight. Yeah,
It is. He is. But you know what? It blows my mind that they can set up
That's all right.
machine that throws just like Valdez does, and he fouled it off his
Detroit rush everybody.
That's why he jumped so high when he did it the second time in the game.
3-0.
Right, and then we didn't know that.
No, we didn't.
Hell, there have been pitches to Baez that have been down where this one was at and called a strike.
Well, would you like that or not?
Oh, absolutely.
You would, right?
Love it.
But 100% this
Some
one.
guys are into it. So I know it drives Sandy Alomar crazy sometimes.
Surprised that wasn't a ball just because he didn't swing at it. But anyway, it's 3-1.
You know, he could hit off that all night long.
Top of the sixth, 1-0 lead with a runner over at.
I know there was a time. This is well, Randy Johnson was still pitching.
Yeah.
I can tell you that they were experimenting with a machine that had the video of the pitcher on the screen,
And it would almost like come out.
then the ball would come out.
Yeah.
But the problem was, is that ball gets foul and he can't make the play. Willie Castro
Really
went to
tough
his
play.
knees in the dirt area in foul territory. The problem was they couldn't simulate where the ball came out of the screen and sync it up with the pitcher's hand because everybody's arm angle and delivery point and height is a little bit different. They can do it now. Now they can. Back then there was only one.
It's a foul ball.
Right.
So
Castro almost made a nice play out there, but he was unable to continue to run it down because he's not an outfielder.
Yeah, but you know how the computer
Took a bad angle.
figure it out. And they have a way to do it, and they have, and that's just I just find that unbelievable.
Arch, we like Willie Castro, but is that a play that if he's an outfielder every day, he's more comfortable going to that corner? Possibly?
Full count though for Rosario. Runner at second base. Nobody out in the top half of the sixth.
3-2.
And another foul ball.
You got to be careful going over the stance. You got to make that slide going in, and not an easy thing to do.
Self-preservation comes in there.
But Matt, I say that because we watch so many guys run into these corners, and they when we go out there with Arch and with
Shit.
It's not an easy place to figure out when you got little corners like that change.
I don't remember.
Line.
That's another double.
Score from second. On his way to second with an RBI double is Ahmed Rosario.
Don't know why he's still in the game.
Well, they've made their adjustment.
But back-to-back doubles. Gave up a run last half inning. Another one this half inning. This game's still winnable. It's only 2-0. I don't know why we're throwing the towel in. It's like, look, come on. We should have pulled this dude.
And they are ready. And Rosario gets his 20th, 21st.
There ain't nothing left he can do. He's cashed out.
Gets another RBI at 45. It's now a 2-0 ball game.
Oh, they're going to leave him in, dude. This is a bad idea. Nobody out. Another double for the Guardians. This time it was by Rosario. That brings up Ramirez. Nobody out. Top six. 2-0 Guardians lead. They look to add to it in this at-bat, which I don't know. It's not feeling good. Oh, that's a ball. All right. I'm sure if the Tigers were hitting, that would have been a strike. Yeah, especially Hinch. That dude just gives games up. He's like, all right, we're not scoring. And then we just, like, send the shittiest pitching out.
Near the line.
Hey, went away on a quick little flare out there.
Hauls it in.
They get Ramirez to pop out real quickly. They hold the runner at second. And now up is Gonzalez.
The Guardians will host the White Sox, and it's time for a Rocket Blast presented by First Energy.
So, interesting place to be in.
Sugardale Dollar Dog Night that night. You can be at the ballpark early for a pregame in the district presented by Miller Lite. You can purchase your tickets at the ballpark app or visit CLEGuardians.com.
Bum 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 bum.
Oscar
Uh-oh.
Gonzalez. Boy, he uncoiled
Oh, that's foul.
like a fight.
Whew, that could have been very bad for the Tigers. That was a moon shot that guy just hit foul.
He brought a 5-game hitting streak.
Foul is a hard word to say, right? Foul. It's a hard one for me anyway. So is towel. Towel. A towel.
It's still way too
What's up?
early to tell.
What's happening right now? Well, it's the top of the 6th. Tigers trail 2-0. There's a runner at second because they've had back-to-back doubles. The Guardians have. Gonzalez is the hitter. He's down 0-1. Here's the pitch, and it's 0-2 now on a foul ball.
And again, as you pointed out so many times.
Yeah, I would say so. Stop it. And they haven't completely revolted.
How many left-handers he's seen.
Though they are getting pretty close with Avila. They're like, all right, listen, dudes. You've done all the right things with the Red Wings. Why can't you do the right things with this goddamn baseball team there, Mike? Or Chris, whichever name it is. I called it Mr. I forgot. Oh, it's Mike Ilitch. Then we're looking for Chris Ilitch, the kid. Tried to get him to chase, nothing there.
Out inside, running it in. And that's, you see, that's why everybody thinks because you're a good right-handed hitter, you can automatically hit left-handers. That's not true. A lot of right-handers like the ball going away from them as opposed to coming into them. You know, when they cut it in there and change-ups away, they mess with their timing, and it takes a while to get used to it.
I was going to say a lot of hitters say they've got to learn up here to hit lefties because of what you just said. You don't see it many of them.
1-2 count. Runners at second.
And they're some of the best
1 away.
in the world.
Top 6.
You're right. I mean,
Here's the pitch.
control it. See, there it is on his fist.
Ground ball, and that's going to get through the infield. And no one's at third base. They probably could have had a play on the runner.
I think it went over his glove.
It'll be first and third with 1 away.
Absolutely. And what a good eye that was. That gets him a knock. Move the runner along. Watch for Candelaria. I thought he was going to at least.
Double play still saved it. Excuse me. Double play can get him out of it, but I mean it would be, they would need quite the break to keep this at a 2-0 game.
They weren't as fancy back then, but
That ball had eyes, made it by the third baseman who leaped out, shortstop who leaped out, and just still found its way into center field. It had a destination. It was sure as hell to get there. We weren't anyone to stop it.
Josh Naylor, 0 for 2 tonight.
No, and they give Naylor time. That's cool. I see Illich making a change at GM. I would hope so. Yeah, I mean, they have to. I mean, at this point, like, I would say that Al's done an okay job with at least getting us some pitchers and stuff and getting us some good arms to use and maybe even trade around and stuff to grab some younger bats. And, I mean, maybe he's given us some decent young bats, but, like, we don't know for another 2 years. And it's like, well, dude, that's not excusable. Like, at this point, the fact that we're now 2 years away from having anything with, like, kind of major bats, it's like, what the fuck, dude? How the hell did you have 2 years to rebuild and all you have to show for it is pitchers? Did you not once draft any good young hitters? Well, Green and Torkelson, they're probably not going to be good for a couple years still. And then you just have a bunch of offensive rookies and stuff. Like, did you just completely forget about the bats? I'll admit, yeah, I did. I fucking shit the bed. He, like, didn't dual build the team. That'll be a strike. 1-1. And that's probably their biggest issue. I would have to say is they didn't dual build the team. They did a great job on arms, but the Avila regime just did not put any goddamn bats on this team. I mean, again, Riley Green is an exception. Torkelson probably an exception. Jace Young could be an exception. Stephen Graham could be like a lot. Again, he just did it way too late. It's not that he didn't do it. It's just way too late into the rebuild to add bats. It's like, yeah, that's the major failings. Plus, again, Avila, one of his other major failings is that was a double play, by the way, so we only gave up 2. Great job by the Tigers to get out of what could have been a really disastrous start to the inning. Couple of doubles, and then they strand the rest of the runs. So 2-0, Guardians take the lead. Well, their lead expands to 2-0. For the Tigers, batting-wise, it'll be 9-1-2. Baddoo, Green, and Baez. Baddoo, Green, and Baez, 9-1-2. Baddoo, Green, and Baez. Bottom of the 6th, 2-0. Guardians lead. But yeah, I'd like them to hire somebody like Theo Epstein or somebody like that. That would be quite. It seems like it'd be quite good for the Tigers. But then again, I think Theo Epstein would come in and be an immediate fan pariah. He would piss a lot of the loyal off because he'd come in and immediately start trading some of these players. He'd be like, "No, don't trade him. We like that player," and it's like, "Yes, so he's gone." I don't know. I don't know if it's really bare. Because, like, 3 years ago, people would say we were bare of pitchers outside of, like, Casey Mize. And then we have, like, 9 different starting pitchers this season that looked pretty good until injuries took them out. But like we don't really know what Jace Young is gonna be. Stevenson, Gramson, the second kid we drafted this year. We don't really know what Riley Green and Torkelson are gonna be. Like, and we don't really. Pacheco's pretty good. Yeah, we have some decent bats. Like we have like 4 again. But yeah, that's the real issue. Just nothing. They just forgot to get hitters. Like they just didn't do anything like hitting wise. It's just something went wrong in like the way that they built this team. They just went, oh shit, yeah, you're right. It is. We thought you guys would just kind of figure out the hitting through the way you've always figured out hitting and just sign everybody. But I guess you've decided to build a team. What the fuck do we do for that method? And I will say that's typically how the Tigers have done it. They've typically just kind of signed the hitters. But we're not doing that. They don't want to come play at Comerica anymore because the fucking park is too big. So hopefully they shrink the field down a little bit and get some hitters in. But I doubt that.
You kind of need some perspective, right? This really jumps out.
Here's the 0-2. Bounces it in. That'll be 1 and 2 on Badu.
More per game at home than they are on the road, and that's still only 3.7 per game at home.
And we know the magic number usually is 4 at any place to try and get a win here at the big league level.
Here's the 1-2. And Badu fouls that away. We'll see another 1-2 pitch coming.
20 games under 500 on the road this year because they're averaging less than 3 runs a game.
It's very difficult to win. And the strength of this team has been the bullpen.
1-2 count. Badu the hitter. And the pitch from Bieber. And Badu hits it right back to the pitcher. Little comebacker at the pitcher, little weak little screamer back at the pitcher. It was probably like 4 miles an hour off the bat. Pretty big scorcher there. Badu grounds out though. Anyway, 1 away. Green the hitter, so we're back to the top of the lineup. So that's always good. The number 1 hitter now up in Riley Green. He's 1 for 2 today, so he's got one of them big hits. Hopefully a big home run coming up.
Tells you a lot about where this team is. We talked about before the game.
Ooh, 0-1. I watch a lot of Whitecaps, Toledo stuff. Pacheco has been really struggling at the plate, but he is so young. I was gonna say, is he like 18? Yeah, Dingler's doing all right. Yeah, you can't. I'm not really too worried. Pacheco might be good to go in a year or 2.
Said it best. If he gets to the ball, it's
but yeah, he's real young though, Pacheco. I think he still might be 18.
Let's just get to the ball, get it in your glove, make your throw. You can do that. We can deal with the balls you can't get to.
Just make the everyday play every day.
That's gonna find a hole.
Hey, a base hit for Riley Green. I know recently Pacheco got promoted in the organization from wherever he was at to I think the Whitecaps level, and he recently just got up there and he's had a couple homers I believe. So, and I also think the Tigers have a very good like underrated player and a player named Roberto Campos that he's just kind of like figuring it out, getting it together. I think he's going to be really good. He's just very unknown. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like a lot of our like best hitting prospects are all like still like 5 years away or like 3 years away, and it's like, well, good going, Al. You got us a team for 2024. I really appreciate it. The fuck are we supposed to do? Be just bad for a decade almost? That's cool. And then half the pitchers are too old in a year. It's like, ugh. Anyway, 0-1.
Well, look at where he stands. Yeah, that's where
Baez the hitter.
You get hit by one of those, you'll
2-0 Guardians lead. Maybe a home run here makes it really crazy. Ah,
That's trouble. Back is clawed.
damn.
The warning track, and he makes the catch on the front edge.
Just missed one, man.
Problem to make the play.
I swear he's got no power. Like, he just, like, the power is just gone from Javier Baez.
Down the line, just kind of kicked the dirt.
He knew he didn't get it. He
Because left field ain't even that far away. That one's not even like that's a home run like nowhere.
all or nothing swing. He got to it. But it's
Anyway, two away.
on the trademark a little bit.
Or maybe just a little too
Chico has been one of the best hitters in the minors for the Tigers. Don't know what games you've been watching. What up, Max? Or what up, Chase? Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he's been having a great year. That's why he got called up this year. I thought he was starting his descent up through the organization almost.
2 down. Harold Castro, the batter. He's 0 for 2. Snap throw to first. It was close.
See how that left-hander, it just looks natural when the throw's on the bag and he catches it, just carries it into the runner. I mean, it's like a natural. He's there in time. He does get the hand bad, but he doesn't even tag it. But it just looks so natural for a left-hander over there at first.
All right, I'm back. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a 1-1 situation. Ooh, stretch out a little bit. Yeesh. Hadn't moved in a while. Knees were getting stiff. Yeah, Pigs video's doing pretty good. 182 views already. That's pretty good. It's not good. It's not great. 1-1 pitch eventually coming. Here it is. Castro swings and misses. It'll be 1-2. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. Two down, though, in the bottom half of the 6th inning with a runner at first and two away. Oh, boy, that's a long comment I got to reply to. I like those, though. Those are good video comments.
Jimenez takes care of that.
Ah.
6 scoreless.
Well, that'll end the inning. Unfortunately, we'll go to the top half of the 7th already. What the fuck? Yeah, it's the top of the 7th coming up already. Top of the 7th already coming up. 2-0 Guardians lead after 6. It's Miller, Jimenez, and Hedges. 6, 7, and 8 for the Guardians. That's crazy. We're already in the top of the 7th. We're really not close to 2 hours even. We're actually getting there. We're actually getting pretty close to 2 hours, I would admit. Yeah, so did I, Max. He fucking smoked that for that to just go absolutely nowhere. I was like, damn. Aw. I thought he tied the game up. Hey, we're at 25 likes, so I appreciate that, everybody. If you haven't left a like, consider doing so. See if we can get up over 30, maybe even close to. Well, I don't think we'll get anywhere near that. Just no one really tunes into Tigers games anymore. All the locals and regulars are just gone. They're off doing other things. I think most people have given up on these lowly Tigers, which is quite sad. But that's all right. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in. Tyler staying in the game. Oh, that's not going to end well, I don't think. Eesh. But Miller, Jimenez, and Hedges. 6, 7, and 8. Top 7. H-Y.
Baseball brought to you by Chevrolet, the #1 selling family of SUVs in the Cleveland area. And Spectrum Mobile. Switch and save with Spectrum Mobile. Nationwide, 5G included.
Anyway, Alexander, the pitcher. Well, yeah, he's still going to be pitching. It'll be Miller, Jimenez, and Hedges. Unless someone gets pinched hit for it, but I highly doubt it. Damn, they're having well, I mean, to be fair, Alexander's only thrown 76 pitches. I'm pretty sure this qualifies as a Maddox, by the way. If he can get through this inning really fucking quickly, I think he threw a Maddox, which is a whole shitload of pitches, and you get through like 7 innings, and you're like under 80, like under 90 pitches or something like that. And on the second pitch, he gets Miller to ground out, 1 away. This is why this game's gone fast. It's literally been shit like this all night, where it's just like weak little poo-poos off the bat, like little flu hits like that, like poof. The best has literally been like little shot gap doubles, like poof. And just trying really hard to run as fast and as hard as they can. Sack fly got him in. Like it's been very unimpressive offense this game. But I mean, the Guardians did double in a couple runs, and this was the crew of guys who did it, so who broke it open, if you will. Strike 1. To Jimenez. Both pitchers really pitching very well tonight. Alexander's only given up fucking 2 runs on 7 hits. That's a lot of hits, but otherwise it's been pretty. He scattered them out, and other than the 5th and 6th, he's really kind of pitched through no real problems. I guess when you throw 80 pitches and he throws 57 for strikes, or just about 60, you're pitching pretty good. Usually means you have pretty good control. And that'll be 0-2 if he keeps it foul, so the count will remain 0-2 anyway. With 1 out in the top of the 7th, it's an 0-2 count. I'm sure Alexander's looking for a big pitch to put away a pesky out.
But you get one to buy in, and everybody does. And as a team, we're good.
You just said something though, Art, that Tito has made firm from day 1.
Yeah, pitching duel. Pitcher's duel, sorry, not pitching duel. I guess that works to describe it.
22, you got to play this way, and if you're 32, you have to play this way.
Right.
Because I mean, it is still both starting pitchers, so it is really a pitcher's duel. And another strikeout for Alexander. I think that's his 3rd of the evening. 2nd, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's not really a strikeout guy, so. So Alexander's looking to go at least 7 here. He needs 1 more out. Hedges is the hitter, so this is a pretty good guy to try to get out of the inning and at least put in 7 solid innings of just giving up 2 runs. I don't know if the hits fuck it up, but I think this is a even a quality start. I just don't know if the hits kind of like mess it all up and he doesn't get a quality start because of it. I don't know.
That's second best in the majors in that point in time. So both of those guys, the mailman and Hedges, have started to play better.
Who looks so fine that I really want to make. That's off the end of the bat, and the right fielder runs it down in the gap, and Willie Castro with a nice play. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th already. Cabrera, Candelario, and Willie Castro. Cabrera, Candelario, Willie Castro. Bottom of the 7th coming up in Detroit. 2-0 Guardians lead. Detroit's still in this game, but it's not looking great. They're trying their darndest. That's for certain. Hey, we're up at 26 likes, though. I appreciate that, everyone. That's pretty cool. Very kind. If you haven't left a like, consider doing so. It helps the stream out quite a bit. You know when I click on your channel, it says you don't exist, Justin? Like, I click on Kenny's, his channel exists. But if I click on yours doesn't exist. That's pretty crazy. But, yeah, injuries. I don't know how else to describe it. This time last year, we hadn't started 16 different guys at the pitch, at starting pitcher. So, yeah. Don't know what to tell you. And that's just the tip of the iceberg with injuries for this team, is the fact that we've had 15 different starting pitchers sustain injury. So, that's the reason they're not good. A lot of injuries and consistent injuries. Still waiting for the day this season when we have the entire starting lineup from the regular like from when we started the season off. Like what we anticipated the lineup to be for the regular season. You know, we're still waiting for the day when we have the entire lineup together. Hasn't happened at all this season. Isn't that crazy? Hey, a leadoff single for Miggy to start off the bottom of the seventh. Yeah, I mean, I wonder what's the big culprit behind the Tigers' lack of success this season. Has to be something crazy, I would imagine, right? What if I told you? It's just because they got injured all season long. No, it doesn't make any sense.
You stay out there, he's going to get you sooner or later. No pinch run comes out of the game. Yeah,
Victor Reyes into pinch run. So that's always good. Candelario the hitter.
Miguel Cabrera snapped an 0-for-26 lump with a base hit on Saturday.
Yeah, you're right. That is good news.
He finishes
We can go 71-91, which I'm okay with because only a 6-game decrease from last year. I mean, overall, yeah. And I mean, even if we finish with over 70 wins, that means we're 3 wins better than what like most of baseball had us finishing. Because most like things had us at 68 wins at the start of the year. So a lot of the like experts and people like that put us right at about 68 to start the year, 68, 69. And I was like, oh, that's kind of bullshit. I think we're more 500 if everything goes right. And nothing's gone right this year. It's like these motherfuckers predicted 15 injuries and the Tigers weren't going to have their lineup at all this year. And they're like, yeah, we predicted that. Like, no, you didn't. That's a terrible... What's up, Tom? How's it going, man? Lots of football coming this week, my friend. Lots of football coming this week. Wednesday, we got weekly news. Thursday, we got the Patriots. Friday, we got the Lions. We also got the Packers and 49ers, potentially, if I feel like it. And Saturday, we got 2 games, the Dolphins and the Bucks. I think I'm only doing 1 game Saturday. There might be Tigers games sprinkled in there, is what I'm doing. I don't know yet. And then on Sunday, it's the Vikings and Raiders. That'll be pretty cool. That'll be ball 4. That'll put 2 on. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Tigers have a good shot at some runs here. Bieber running into his first real problems here in the bottom half of the 7th. Here's Willie Castro, who owns the Guardians, sadly. Hell yeah, Tom. I know. I'm excited, man. It'll be nice to have our football back. As far as Lions, we're going 8-9. Yeah, I would say I have you guys between 6-7. I'm more of a Patriots fan personally. I don't really like the Lions. Like, I like the Lions, but it's also like I didn't know they existed for 2 years until I started watching football. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know what they were. I was like, oh, that's cool. Detroit has a team like the Tigers. They're even called the Lions. That's fucking awesome. Like the Pistons. Like, I was like, oh, that's unique. I just didn't know about the goddamn Tigers or the Lions. They were so bad, no one really ever discussed them outside of football season. And I was a little bandwagon fan growing up, so my team had just won 2 straight Super Bowls. I hadn't really cared. Then I was like, do we got a football team? And they're like, yeah, it's not good. It's like, oh.
Castro trying to bunt, and he fouls it off. It's 0-2.
But yeah, anyway, Lions though, yeah, they should be a lot better. 8-9. I mean, ceiling, they could be a 10-win team if everything clicks for just right for them. The offense all works out. Everything kind of goes together. Golf kind of shows back his 2018 form. If all that happens, yeah, Lions could really surprise a lot of people this year. Could be a dark horse team. But again, always good to have realistic expectations. If there was a way to go 500, the Lions are a 500 team. That's the best way to describe it. But when you only win 3 games the year prior, that's a monumental improvement from the year before. It's like, nah, we're way better than we used to be. Just off of a simple record alone. We're 4 times better than we were last year, actually, almost. Isn't that crazy that if those guys win 9 games, they're 3 times better than they were last year? If they win 12, they're 4 times better. It's like, holy shit. They win 6, they're twice as good. You got to remember, the Lions were so bad last year. The only way they can go is up. Like, 7 wins is a way big improvement on the last 2 years. That'd have you looking at the future going, things are looking pretty bright here in Detroit these days. 2-2. You know what's going to be horrible, though, is if the team is good, boy, does heartbreak come back into football quick. 2-2 count for for William Castro with 2 on and nobody out. Runners are at first and second, so you kind of want to probably keep this off the ground. Week 1 regular season.
Strikeout number 8 for Bieber.
Lions have to play the Eagles. No, that's a shit week 1 for them. I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles in that game. Based on last year, I don't really know if the Lions have an answer. But then again, they played every other running quarterback, but Jalen Hurts good. So I really don't know actually. I got to see how both teams play. Week 2 versus Washington, yeah, Detroit can win that one. Just really depends how they look. I can't really predict. I don't really do seasonal predictions like that. Until we get to like that point, like I don't know. I don't know what either team will look like. I mean, they could both suffer catastrophic injuries, and Detroit just kind of mollywops the beginning of their season.
Since then, he has hit 141.
You know, until after the first preseason week, I really have no idea what to tell you about. I can't even tell you who I think's gonna win the week 2 of the preseason. You know, let alone week 1 of the regular season or 2 of the regular season. Like, it's so difficult. We're really going to strand these 2 runs here, aren't we? It takes some special talent to do that, folks. Scope. That was absolutely awful. All right. Barnhart's up. 2 down, 2 on. Bottom of the 7th. It looks like these runs are getting stranded. I'm gonna turn on the light behind me. It's getting pretty dark in here.
Arch, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we talked to Carl a week ago at home. You talked about how they kind of slow rolled the starters, and they were hoping they would pay off in the month of August and September. Yeah. Think about what your starters.
Why is that taking so? How delayed is this shit? Why is it so delayed?
I was glad to see he was starting the first.
I don't think that's correct. I don't think I should be that delayed.
Ballpark where he's had a lot of success.
Oh, okay. It wasn't that delayed at all. It was just my screen fucking me, so I have to exit out the fucking game. That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad this thing decides to fuck me all the time. Anyway, that'll end the inning. The Tigers, that was embarrassing.
Tigers had 2 on and nobody out, and he just slammed the door in their face.
Top of the 8th coming up. 2-0 Guardians lead the game. Top 8 already, man. We're not even 2 hours into the game, and it's the top of the 8th. Straw, Quan, and Rosario. 9, 1, and 2. 9-1-2 here for the Guardians. Here in the top of the 8th of a 2-0 lead. They look to expand. Things is looking bleak here. Where the hell is everybody at? People were chatting and they just stop. It's so fucking weird. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know about letting him pitch the 8th. I would. They're probably going to pull him. I think he's bordering what, about 84, 85 pitches, 91. I mean, he's at 91 now, so it's probably time to pull him. I would imagine Detroit's going on to a new pitcher this half inning, but then again, you know. Kind of hard to read these things. Viewership's dropping. It's just a commercial break. You can come back. Damn. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Will Vest is coming in. The Giants are 3-47. Not really. I just don't want to look it up. They're just lying. I'm gonna say it can't be that much.
This is a park they have had, for whatever reason, they have had trouble this year. They've lost 6 out of 7 in Detroit. This is what they needed. I told you at the top of the show, they needed him to set the tone, and that's exactly what he's done. Now they've only scored 2,
anyway,
so this is far from over.
But we talked about the first 3 hitters. They
oh, of course he got hurt. Yeah, no, that's par for the course this year, Kenny. Thanks for whatever Twitter feed you shared that from. That'll be the first out of the 8th inning. Vest comes in and gets Quan to ground out. Top of the order now coming for the Guardians. Here comes Quan.
Will Vest is the new pitcher for the Tigers. Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen made here in the... Tell you what, we had many games this year where the first call to the bullpen didn't happen until the 8th inning.
No.
On either side.
No, not many. It doesn't happen like that anymore. Or rarely. Both pitchers were outstanding.
How about neither pitcher issued a walk through the first 6 innings? Well, Alexander didn't walk anybody through 7, and Bieber didn't walk a batter until the 7th.
Right.
Anyway, here's Quan now with an 0-1 count.
2 strikeouts for Alexander, but that's about par for the
Hopefully we can get through this inning pretty quickly here.
90 tops, little slider, change up.
Of course, that was a ball. It's been a strike all night. Why not?
Without a doubt.
Damn. Now it's 2-1. This isn't going good. Not going good. Not going good. Anyway, 2-1 count for Quan here with 1 away in the top of the 8th and another pitch. It's 3-1. He's getting walked. Fucking
this is
shit.
the 24th time he's pitched at home this year.
Blech.
Earned run average in 23 games at Comerica is 146. 24 2/3 innings.
I wish this device worked a lot better.
Well, you better throw this guy strikes because he's not going to help you out.
Yeah, fucking piece of shit.
Here's the first walk by Detroit.
Miller Lite moment. Back in the 6th inning, Stephen Kwan led off with a double. He turned on a fastball and hit it off the wall in right field.
Just like, nah, I don't feel like loading halfway through, actually.
opportunity to get more, add on, but they got the double play ball to get him out of the inning. And they only scored one.
Can he throw strikes, or is he gonna pitch? What the fuck's he doing? Ball one. That was literally the first pitch of the at bat. That took a long time. Holy shit. Just to come up and probably give up a home run to Rosario or another double. And eventually just fucking pitch. What's he waiting for? Dude, he's just standing there, just not pitching. It's fucking really fun. Ball two. That took a really long time for the second pitch of the at bat.
You know, instead of shooting them all the right field, ever since June, he started really sitting on some breaking balls.
All right, let's hope we get something good here. 2-0. Runner is at first with 1 away. Top half of the 8th inning. Guardians batting. Here's Rosario's pitch, and he's going to push that into right field. Though I don't think it's going to be deep enough to get anybody to any additional bases. That'll be another hit for Rosario, his 3rd of the afternoon. Or the evening, rather. I guess it's kind of a night game, I would say. So now we have 2 on and 1 out for Jose Ramirez. That's the last guy you want to see come up when you're a Tigers fan, I would have to say.
Fight off the fastball the other way. And he did, blooped it in. That's where Quan could not go to third base. There wasn't hit hard enough, and the outfielder was coming in.
2 on, 1 out for Rosario. Or for Ramirez.
You know, Matt, you were talking earlier about the game plan of how to slow down this Guardians offense.
Here's the pitch, and that'll be strike 1. Good job.
I heard Kevin Cash say we were down
What up, Max? Or what up, Daniel? Yeah, good luck to the Cardinals. Oh, you guys are down 3-0 early. That's never any good.
You know that's the game plan for these teams coming in.
Quiet so far for Ramirez.
Lack of control tonight. Doesn't really have good one.
Dished out a lot of punishment to Detroit pitching over the years. That's temporary.
But to be fair, I mean, this guy probably wouldn't pitch very near anyway either. So no real worry there. As long as they can get the outs eventually and not let the game get too far away from them. We're officially at 1 hour and a minute into the game, 1 hour and a minute in, and we are in the top half of the 8th with 1 away. One pitch could get us into the bottom of the 8th if a double play were to occur. Count goes to 2-1 now.
So far, Will Vest playing it very close to the vest.
I hear you.
With
All right,
Ramirez.
the off days, that was too much.
Yeah, that was bad.
I expect that on Arch.
Another ball. Anyway, it's 3-1. Looking like another walk coming up. I'm guessing Gonzalez will get to hit with the bases loaded rather than Ramirez with 2 on and 1 out. I guess I understand that viewpoint. It's probably a lot more attractive to not pitch to Ramirez here.
He challenged him, and Jose drilled it to deep left field.
Mainly because he can do stuff like that and just almost about hit it to the little gap, but Tigers fielder was there to get it. Nice play by Badu to track that one down. 2 down now in the top half of the 8th inning. 2 down top of the 8th. 2 on, 2 away. So you do got 2 base runners for Gonzalez. Hopefully they can get him out and head to the bottom half of the 8th with no real damage done.
Tucker Barnhart out.
Or not too much damage anymore. Holy fudge.
He had 2 on, 1 out. He went at Ramirez on a 3-1 pitch.
Excuse me.
Got him, and now he's got Oscar Gonzalez, and he can get out of this.
I'm gonna need to stretch out after this.
Oscar 1 for 3. That's a hit in 6 straight games.
Ooh. Much better. Feeling a little bit more awake now.
Chops that foul.
That'll be a foul ball, 0-1. Excuse me on the burp there. That was awful sounding. Sounded like I was just dying, like, ugh, help. Help me. Help me.
Somehow used controlled aggression.
Yes, he hasn't chased many pitches. He hits according to the situation.
Anyway, we got here's the pitch. Could it be? It is high. It is over his head because he sucks. That's gonna score probably both the runs.
Here comes Rosario. He'll score 2.
And it does. The Tigers suck. Why didn't they think that other run was going home?
And this guy has been clutch. He's got a lot of big 2-out hits to keep innings going. And this one, scoring 2 runs now. I'll tell you what, this one is just...
Why was that ball not heading for home immediately? Why was that so bad?
That was a strike. And I mean, out there, Willie Castro, he's just overmatched. He knows it's getting out there. That ball just kept carrying and hits the base of the wall and jumps up.
Well, that'll be an RBI, 2 RBI double for Gonzalez. It's 4-0 Guardians. Well, GG to the Guardians fans. We're not going to be able to come back from such a deficit. 4 runs is far too many. Here's Naylor with a runner at second and 2 away. Dang. Well, it was a good game until we got blown out in the 8th inning. Well, that'll be another run.
Naylor drives one up the gut. Gonzalez racing home. He'll score to make it 5-0.
It's 5-0. Dang.
Back-to-back RBI hits with 2 outs in the 8th.
Still don't know why we didn't try and cut down Rosario at the plate on that last play. They just like gave the run in there. I was like, why aren't they trying to get the very obvious guy trying to score from first?
You said earlier the strength of this team in Detroit has been their bullpen, but over the last few weeks you're starting to see they're not
wearing down.
Yeah, because they've been the strength all year long and they haven't had any help.
Ugh.
Well, it is tough to go all year long like that without having some hiccups.
Tigers down 5-0 now here in the top of the 8th.
And you know, they've got 4 doubles.
I'll probably get going here in the bottom half of the 8th after the Tigers bat, as, you know, it's getting pretty annoying.
Have 10 hits on the board now.
Miller up now.
Gotta love it.
And now Owen Miller.
Score early and tack them on late.
2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Runner at first, and that'll be strike ball. Guess that's only a strike on the first pitch if you play for the Tigers. Or, if you know, that's only a strike if you play for the Tigers. Not if you're a Guardians hitter. I forget there's 2 different strike zones. Should be an out, could be an out, and they get the lead runner, and that ends the inning. All right, well, yeah, I don't know. Tigers could bat and do pretty good. Let's see what channel you got. Why doesn't your channel exist? It's kind of weird. I can click on someone else's thing and it says their channel exists, but yours like doesn't. It says that's pretty freaky. Yo, can you answer my question? How are you in here on not having an account? You got like 3 seconds to answer the question. I'm very curious. That's what I figured. I'll see you later. I gave you more than enough time. Anyway, bottom of the 8th coming up. It's whoever the 9 hitter is tonight. But I think it's Baddoo. Yeah, it's Baddoo, Green, and Baez. Baddoo, Green, and Baez. If we don't get any runs or anything in this inning, we're going to probably end the stream at that point.
Seventh inning, and Detroit had 2 on and nobody out. And for the only time tonight, Shane Bieber was in a jam. It didn't last long.
No, I mean, reality set in. He came back, made the pitches when he had to. They couldn't advance and kept him right there for the easy out. And now the last 3 starts.
Still waiting for the game to pop back on. Karinchak is coming in. Karinchak?
A great job by
He's coming in to pitch. It'll be Badu, Green, and Baez. Yeah, Hard Knocks does start soon. What time does that start? 10 o'clock?
This year. I mean, it's good timing.
It's great
Because
timing.
you're in the dog days where, could maybe get away from you as a young team. This is when you need a little jolt.
Yeah.
It was on HBO.
I'll tell you, it all started after they lost.
Ah,
the first two
fuck.
against Houston, and then they
It is 10 o'clock.
evened out the series, so it was time.
And Badu pops out.
It might sound cliche.
HBO and HBO Max.
That was, to me, that really tested the mettle
Cool.
of this team. They got smacked in the first 2 games.
Yeah.
I mean, Houston came in, Verlander said, sit down, next, dominated.
Yeah.
And the next night wasn't much better. And Cal Quantrill put an end to that. He went out and matched what the Houston starters had done.
He was aggressive. He was throwing strikes. He wasn't falling behind hitters. He made them put it in play. He
Got him
challenged
just enough, and that boy, Tristan was just
dynamite.
took it to another level. And now Bieber follows that up with a gem here tonight.
Matt, Cal said after that start on Saturday, he said, Andre, we had to remind ourselves we're a good team too. Yes, Houston's good. He goes, but my whole goal was to go out and pitch and say, let's be aggressive and believe in who we are. We're not a joke. We got to believe in ourselves as well.
That's why it's fun to play teams that are very good.
Right. You always say
teams.
that. You're
Yeah,
right.
you want to play against them. That's where you test your mettle.
What does that say about Tristan? His 3 best starts this season have been against the Astros and Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, he matched that start he had that he threw against them down in Houston. But he had 2 6-pitch innings and a 5-pitch inning. They came out swinging.
Anyway, 0-2 count for Riley Green.
For the guy that was telling me Arch was
Your uncle might be on one of the shows. He's a big Lions fan. That's pretty cool. Hopefully he gets cut into one of the episodes.
Swing and a miss. And
I'm going to say Green strikes out and 1 or 2 away for Baez here in the 8th inning.
Well, let's just
I'll look for my own way of watching after I'm done with the stream.
How about that? Averaging 7 innings to start. Kenzie gave you the extra one. Quantrill did that and combined 9 hits allowed. That's beautiful. And I'm going to tell you, when you see a 1-0 game and it's pitched like it was by both teams, that to me, that's the best game you can see. I love baseball games like that. You're in on every pitch.
now, I want to see Zach Plesac join that crew.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's pitched into some tough luck this year, but as he said himself, that's in the past. Can't bring it
anywhere else.
start. So
We'll find out on Thursday.
Carl and I had a good talk about that. He said the thing that he's harped on him is he said in 2020, he knows it was only 60 games. Zach Plesac had 6 walks. He had 5 his last time out. He said it's time to be aggressive. Go back to being who you are. Stop worrying. And he said part of it probably is he's allowing other things that are, he goes, the ball not getting hit out of the infield. The guy's getting on. He says he's allowing that to be the issue rather than remembering who he is.
0-2 count on Baez.
0-2 on Baez.
Trying to make quick
And
he did.
he strikes out. Well, guys, I think that's going to be it for me this evening on this one. It's starting to dwindle out, and I see the light at the end of the tunnel here. The Tigers only have the 9th inning. It's 5-0 in favor of the Guardians. That's pretty much a beatdown. So I thank you all for tuning out tonight. We'll probably go live for tomorrow night's game. Let me get it up there. We'll do some of it. Yeah. We'll do like an hour or something of the game and see how it's kind of feeling, and maybe if it's going a little bit better and stuff. We'll see if it feels much of the same. Well, either way, we'll just I'm gonna end the stream at 9 o'clock and start a football stream at like 9:30 because I have to do that. And then Thursday we'll just do the whole game, and then we'll just do the football game at night. So all right, so I'll see you for all 3 of these games, but only for a little while tomorrow, and maybe Thursday if you can tune in. So all right, that's pretty much it for today, and that's we'll probably not do a lot of the game tomorrow just because I have other things I want to do. But yeah, You too, Daniel. You have a good night. You too, Kenny. You guys have good nights. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you very kindly. Thank you for all the likes, everybody. We did pretty good tonight. What do we got? 27, 28. It's always really good. What do we got total here? 27. That's pretty good, I would say. I appreciate that, everyone. I will see you when I see you next. It was a fun time tonight. I appreciate it. Yeah, see you on tomorrow night for either the Tigers game or the weekly news stream, whichever one you feel like tuning into. Hopefully you just tune into one, though. All right, I'll see you later. Thank you, guys. Hopefully the Tigers look better with the bats tomorrow or something. I don't really know. All right, peace out. GG's to the Guardians fans. You guys beat us again.